What's up, Headless Horde? Welcome back to another Willow breakdown. As you can see, I am stuck here in South Carolina, but I'll be back home tomorrow. Vacation has been great. We were in Florida for the week. I have a bunch of ideas for videos I'll be dropping here over the next week or so. But we wanted to make sure we got to our Willow breakdown. So I'm going to bring on my guest tonight. You know him. He's got the little moose head, cow, moo microphone head. It's Ryan Milky. Yes, that is a cow.
Hello
definitely.
There. Hello there.
Hello. Whoa, spoilers for episode 6.
I thought it was your intro. I thought it was the hello there, Obi-Wan dude.
Yes, but
That's
some
not
other
spoiler.
characters. It says, hello there. Oh, dude. So how you doing, man? I haven't talked to you in a
I'm
week.
doing great. How are you?
Doing
Yeah,
all right?
I've left you to it. I wanted to. I wanted to text and stuff, but I'd be like, let the dude go on vacation. He's gonna come back. You know, we've got loads of stuff to do when he gets
Yes.
back. So
We'll be back tomorrow. We only have about 8 hours left, so we're gonna leave early. We'll get home early, and yeah. So we're just looking forward to get back.
did you send
always
me
like-
the shipping for the dragon that you sent me?
Did I do what now? The
Did you
iguana
send me the
dragon.
shipping label for the dragon? Yeah, I said put it in a box, put some holes in it, and ship it.
The iguana dragon, yes. Dude, that thing was huge, though, honestly. Like, it had to be at least a good 3 feet. It was huge. And then all of a sudden, like, everyone at the pool is, like, coming right behind us. And everyone's just got their phones, and everyone's making TikToks and everything else out of it. It's so crazy how the world is now.
I'm looking
But,
into. I'm going to see if you can get one as a pet because I want one for House of the
You-
Dragon season 2.
yeah, that's
I want
right.
to have one on my chest. I want to have one laying on my chest when we do breakdowns.
Hell yeah. Get some wings on there. Get a little.
Yeah,
we can
call me
get some
Khaleesi now.
going.
Call me Khaleesi.
That's right. What's up, Fungo? What's up, Anthony Blaze?
Let me get the chat. Yo.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up,
Thanks
people?
for hopping on by. I'm not sure how long we'll be on tonight. It's funny, we were talking backstage, and I actually said I rather enjoyed the episode, and Ryan, not so much. So this should be a pretty funny stream, I think. There were some parts I did like. There were some parts that I thought were terrible, like usual. But I thought overall as an episode, at least we're starting to see different characters interact a little bit more. And we do meet a new character, good little cameo from Christian Slater, which I thought was kind of cool. But, you know, he completely overacted the part. You know, I'm still not crazy about these stupid jokes. I'm so tired of it. But this is what we get. So it is what it is. Overall, you just didn't like it.
I think I was distracted, dude. I will give it another full watch, but I think I won't diss it instantly. There was some good bits in there, but yeah, like you just summed it up. We're still getting the jokes that we don't really enjoy. I'm seeing fight sequences, and then as soon as the fight sequence is over, there's nothing on them. Like, how do they fight and roll around and still stay clean?
Yeah, no.
I don't get it. It's jarring me. So yeah, little things like that are bugging me still. But the story
I hear you, man.
the storyline's progressing. It's just funny. Some of the things. Maybe it's nostalgic. It's supposed to make me laugh. Maybe that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
The Willow movie makes me laugh.
It does. But again, the humor's different. We'll get to it. But what's up, Kenneth Bird? How you doing, man?
All
right, so
I am everywhere, my friend. I am everywhere.
I don't know why it's so dark on this side and so light on this side. I'm gonna turn my camera. I feel like, I don't know, man. It's pretty awful.
It's just aesthetically. Why didn't you have this background when we were doing Lord of the Rings? Like, good side, bad side.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I the dark side or am I the light side? I don't know. Whatever. This is what you get
You're
for
a Star
the
Wars
whole
fan.
time.
It works.
Yeah. All right. Let's break this thing down. Let me set the stage. Opening scene. We get to see Eric, who we haven't seen in like 2 episodes. And this dude's apparently just roaming around this. I don't even know where he's at. He's around this it's funny. It looked to me like he's like, you think of like an old Egyptian pyramid or something. It's like the pyramid has been opened up, and he's just walking around, and there's just like jails, and I'm not really sure where he's supposed to be. You have any idea?
I have no idea. It feels like it's a desolate, old, once majestic kingdom that is now just empty.
Just nothing.
I think it's waiting for something. I think something's waiting to get there. I think maybe when Allura gets there, it might go all golden.
Something happens.
Maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's just,
we'll see.
Yeah, it's just, but it's weird too because then we get a while Eric is there, we get a scene. And again, if you forgot even who Eric is, this is Kit's brother that was kidnapped in like episode 1. He's had a couple different little cameos throughout the series, but basically we really don't know much about this dude. But he starts hearing voices about telling him to join them and to embrace his power. So I thought that was interesting because that's the first time I've heard, or I can remember anyone saying that he even is more than just a kind of spoiled, good-looking prince for the most part is what he is. So I thought that was kind of interesting that maybe there's more to this character than we originally thought. So we'll see. I'm hoping we get something with this by episode 8. We have 2 episodes left, so we'll see.
It's the most one of the most intriguing parts for me is his story. What's going on with him is actually intriguing me, and I want to see more. Yeah,
and it's like the other thing too with him is that he just hasn't been in it enough, so we don't really know anything. Like we probably know.
I want to know more.
Yeah, exactly. It's like every time they flash out of his part, I'm like, we're probably not even going to see him again. But we get a little scene with him later in the episode as well. And then one other thing I want to make a note of is that we do see him walk toward these two large statues, and I wasn't really sure what that was about either. So again, like you said, it's some type of magical place, or did the crones put him there? I don't even know. But as he walks toward these statues, we fade into the trolls who kidnapped Kit and Willow at the end of episode 5. So we see them. I thought this was kind of cool. They put Willow and Kit into the little cages that reminds you of when we first meet Val Kilmer's character in the original movie, Mad Mardigan. So I thought that was a pretty cool little callback. I thought in the crow's nest or whatever they call it. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. That was definitely cool, and it was good to see in Kit. I thought she acted quite well in that scene.
Yeah, I wasn't really annoyed with her in this episode. She didn't really have any corny jokes or anything. I didn't really have much. What'd you say?
Oh, I was annoyed. Wait till we get to the lava. I wanted to punch her straight in the teeth.
Yeah, that part was but at least she didn't. At least she wasn't throwing out any 2022 jokes, so that was cool. But and then we see that there's a prisoner next to them, and this was actually I didn't have a problem here. We got a little joke out of this, and he's kind of like talking, and you can tell it's Christian Slater. You can tell by his voice, but he's kind of wearing like a little eye patch, or I don't even know what you would call it. I guess it was an eye patch, like almost like a bandana or something over his one eye to kind of hide who he was. And he makes joke of like how long he's been in there. It was cute. It was fine. It's like, oh, it's Wednesday, and let me see. He's like, about 10 years. That's how long I've been in here. So it was fine. It was fun. And then they find out. Then it's funny. They ask him. They go, well, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm Mad Mardigan." And right away, Willow's like, "Yeah, no, it's not." What's up, Bumpty? Haven't seen the episode. Yep. Yeah, man, check it out, dude. What's up, Christina? Then
well done, Disney, as well, because I have the subtitles on when I watch, and they didn't reveal his name when he was talking in the cage.
They did. They said prisoner.
Didn't say it, did it?
No, it said prisoner.
Yeah, prisoner. Yeah, it said yeah.
And obviously the viewers knowing, I mean, we know it's not Mad Mardigan, so we know there's something going on there. Now this is where this is kind of like where the weirdness happens. So in the original movie, we know that Willow is definitely afraid of trolls. And in the one part when they're battling at, I think it's actually Tyr's Lee, isn't it? When they're battling, the trolls are actually living there because they're trying to hide out at the castle because they know Balmorda's forces are coming at them. And this is where they're trying to set up base, and they thought there was going to be a grand army here. And there's nobody there, but there's a few trolls, and Willow's like freaked out by the troll, and he zaps one with the wand and all that. And that's how that one troll becomes that one two-headed like monster. So, I always thought, because that's really the only time we ever see the trolls in the movie, and it's very quick. And I just always thought that Elwins were definitely afraid of trolls, and that was like, they were a scary thing and whatever. So we see these trolls walk in as they're in these cages, and then all of a sudden these trolls start talking like me and you were talking. And I'm like, what? Trolls talk human? And I'm like, dude, I didn't know what was going on. And then he's like, oh, my name is Ceres, and this is my brother over here. And I'm like, hello there. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, why? Like right when they started talking, I was like, well, there goes any suspense if they end up even getting in any type of situation where there may be death involved. Like, nothing's going to happen. It was really, really weird. And I know you hated him.
Yeah, it was stupid. Absolutely stupid. I was enjoying myself. I was actually enjoying myself. And then when he came in and he did that, hello there, I was instantly taken out of the realm. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Onto my planet crush,
Yeah, I didn't understand why they were even there to begin with. Like, I don't know. Like,
and
when
I said
did
it
they
last
talk?
week, I said, we're not even going to get to chase. We're not even going to see the chase. We're going to go to next week, and they're already going to be caught. They're already being cages. And look what happened. They were caught and in cages as soon as we got there. Yeah. We didn't get to see anything.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
Arcade Pop, welcome in. Just make sure that you read up about why Christian Slater was in there and where that character came from. So he's probably maybe friends with Val Kilmer, and he did it to help or something, I'm guessing.
Well, they tell you quite a bit. They tell you quite a bit in the episode, unless there's more that we need to know about. But as of right now, I mean, I'm not even sure we're going to see that character again. So, we'll get to that though. Anyways,
there might be a reason as the actual actor had a reason to go into the show, maybe.
Saying
why Christian Slater was in there.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, okay. That makes sense then. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's probably that. Okay, I thought you meant the character's name. Why Christian Slater actually decided to play the role.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll dig into that then after this. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so so we meet the trolls and they're talking. It's a little goofy and weird, I thought. And then we kind of jump to. I'm just calling them the gang because I don't know what else to call these guys. So the gang of Scorpia and Jade and Alora and Graydon and who's the other dude? Who am I missing? Oh, Borman. So they're all kind of like already there, like you said. They magically found the trolls caves of Skellen, I think it's called. And yeah, you're right. It was kind of dumb. Like where's the adventure? Like every time something happens with one of these characters getting caught, boom, they're just like right there. It's like, what? Like, I don't know, man. I get it's not a movie, but
one scene they're in the woods, all five of them standing there, and then the next scene they're squeeging behind a really tight wall, and then they're in the place where they were all caught. I was like, what? It made no sense. Sense.
And I guess you're supposed to assume between episodes they're walking there, or I mean, I don't even know how they knew it was there. I mean. Yeah, I don't even. I guess Borman? I don't know. I mean, how does Borman know all this? But whatever.
We find a bit out later, don't we? We find more about that later.
We do, yeah, we do. But I don't know, but I guess it is what it is. When again, like I mentioned this last week, it just to me it reminds me of like a video game, and they're just going from quest to quest, and eventually they'll find Eric, and I don't know, it's a little disappointing, I guess, so far with that aspect of it, but anyways, we jump back to the trolls and the cages and all that, and they all have Kit in this like chair, and her arms are locked in like this or whatever, and they're questioning her about Allura because that's actually who the trolls are after. They're actually after Allura because they think that the crone will award them, and basically for finding her. Am I missing anything? I mean, that's basically what I got out of it.
Yeah, no, you're not missing anything. I'm literally skipping through, and that's pretty much exactly what was said. And then they're making the trolls are making jokes. Unnecessary. Like they didn't make the trolls scary at all. There's like nothing scary at all. The most scary thing we've seen is General Kale in that one little scene. That's about it. There's really nothing scary. Like even in the original, there was some scary stuff. Like nothing that's gonna frighten you, but like something that made you feel that one of the characters may be in trouble. I guess I don't feel that at all because so far all the characters we've lost don't mean anything to us. No, like we've completely forgot about them.
Right, exactly.
Feels like it. Feels like their sacrifice meant nothing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if we lost a character, it'd be well, we've seen him for 6 episodes. I mean, that's really the only connection right now. I don't know. I mean, even Willow to a point, he hasn't really done much at all. I don't know.
It's not the Willow show.
Yeah, even in this episode, he didn't really do anything. So, anyways, we get a corny. I just wrote down my notes, but a corny convo. And this is when they're at the. I don't even know. This is when the gang is at the bubbling, whatever you want to call it. Siri, that's because I'm not talking to you. Sorry about that. I don't know. What are they at? They're like they see that bubbling. I don't even know what it was.
I'm not 100% sure what it was either.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, Laura, why don't you stop that?" I'm like, well, "Why do you need to stop that?" I don't know. And then she sneezes, and it all stops. I had no clue what was going on here. I had no idea. I didn't understand any of that part. I was like, "Okay, whatever." I'm like, moving on, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out that the Christian Slater character, his name is Allagash. And
so the stuff that they were at was they said it was the stuff that was coming out of all of them when they were poisoned. It was a bath of the stuff that was inside because.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, Borman said that it was inside the prince, it was inside her, it was inside him. He pointed at the prince and said it was inside him too.
Oh, so it started boiling over or whatever, and they're like, that's why they wanted to stop it. Okay, well that makes a little more sense. But like, but why would the trolls have that?
Because they work for the Crone, right?
I mean, do they work for them? I don't know.
They produce for them, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really go into too much of that, but anyways. So we do find out that the Christian Slater character's name is Allagash, and he fought alongside Mad Mardigan at Land's End, and he said to Barrowman, so this is where we get a little more information about Barrowman here. He said that, Borman. He actually said that Borman lied about his death, and he lied to like all of the people that were following Mad Mardigan. So Borman lied about all of this. So, right here, we didn't, at least we have a conflict between these two characters, so we know something doesn't add up. So I do like that, because at least it makes Borman at least have some character now, because he's really just kind of been throwing out one-liners and just he's been like the muscle basically
now I see the one-liners were cover to try and not be found out for what's really been going on. You know, because he had a couple of times where he went serious and he spoke to Kit about certain things, but he always got broken up. And he always kind of did break it up, and we got mad in a couple of the previous episodes because he'd always go into those jokey moments. And now we kind of find out that we probably shouldn't have trusted him. So yeah, I quite like the character development that we're getting with Borman.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was really good because I felt like they needed to do something else with him. So I do like this. Then we see Kit. She kind of escapes. Magically she gets her one hand free. Whatever. I thought that was kind of strange because you could see that they're locked in there pretty good with like a little spike thing, whatever. But somehow she gets free and she ends up tossing over some type of tool over to Allegish, and he gets free, and then she frees her other hand, and Willow gets free. So we're all free at this point, pretty much. But then
I can't stand Willow with this wand. Like, dude, she's using it. Stop being such a dad.
Yeah.
Like, I think he says, if I find out that Alora's been using the wand without my permission, what? She's got it. She's using it.
And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, what are you even doing with her? Like, you're not even like showing her how to use it. Like, exactly. I don't think Willow knows how to use it. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. But we do get more information here after Kit escapes. He tells them that Kit and Willow. He tells them that Man Mardigan is in these caves, which is the reason why he was there to begin with. And the caves contain many different, secret and hidden tunnels that even the trolls don't know about. So at this point, they kind of decide, okay, well, let's go start searching. And I guess they're searching for Man Mardigan. I mean, what else would they be searching for? So they kind of start doing that.
Do you think we're gonna see him? Do you think he's gonna get better? Do you think this is a thing that we're never gonna get to?
I mean, like seeing Val Kilmer?
Yeah, or just some sort of answer to the question. Like, I don't know if they're going to kill him off in the show out of respect for the character, but like, if he's not going to come back, then maybe that's probably the best thing to do for the storyline.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the only way, I don't know. I mean, I know Umpty said something I was going to get to a little later on. I just thought he had something. But I don't know. Is there a season 2? That's the question. Like, I don't know how well.
And is this going to get cancelled before we even get to season 2?
Right. I don't know how well this show is doing. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, I don't love it. I probably will never watch it again. Like, as far as there's no reason for me to go back and watch season 1. Like, this is not that difficult of storyline to follow. But it's not like I hate it either. I mean, if you like the original, I would say watch it. If you've never seen the original, I would say just watch the original. Don't worry about the show. Unless season 2, they change things up. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if we get season 2, there's a possibility. It's just a matter of how's Val Kilmer's health. It really all depends on him. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But we still have 2 episodes left. So, yeah. What's up, Simon? How you doing? What's up, Mystery Madness?
Hey, Randy. Hey, Simon.
So I don't know. We'll see. So we get so we're back to the gang, and they're kind of going through the caves, and again, just weird. Like, this whole Graydon and Alora thing is weird to me still. Like, I mean, okay, we get it. They like each other, or at least he likes her, and then all of a sudden we see her lose the wand. It just falls, and then Graydon just disappears. And I know
because the troll dude makes him go and lead them somewhere, doesn't he? Because they're undercover in those masks.
Now, so maybe I missed this. When did Willow lose the staff? Because I feel like I missed this part. I don't know. I don't know when he actually lost it.
Must have been when he got arrested and put in the cell.
I mean, I guess, because I don't remember seeing him with it at all during the whole episode until he gets it back. So at this point, Willow doesn't even have a staff either, because I know, and that comes into play later on.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, so she drops the wand, and they continue to look for them. And like I said, Graydon and Alora have a couple weird conversations, and at one point they're talking. You see Borman in the background, Scorpia's in the background, and they're like beating everybody up, and they're just arguing. It's just weird and cheesy. I don't know. Whatever, right? And then we get Borman and Scorpia. They end up kissing out of nowhere. Again, whatever. Weird.
Did that last episode?
Huh?
They did that last episode.
Yeah, I mean it's the same type of thing. It's just whatever. It is what it is. We get it. They're like they're both the adults, right? Then we get Jade and Allura in a conversation because Allura is like getting really down on herself, and like again, like Jade is like playing the character I think where she's kind of like trying to prop people up and say, "Listen, it's not your fault." And then she's like, I think she at one point blames like the caves is the fault, and Laura's like, "No, it's my fault. I can't learn the magic." So you see Jade is kind of like the person trying to prop her up, basically. I think what they're trying to show there. So it was fine. Again, I'm starting to like the Jade character more than some of the other characters. Yeah, especially with what we learned with her last episode.
I agree, yeah.
So we jump over to Willow and Kit and Elgish, and we see that Elgish actually, he says that Borman stole the Lux Arcana for himself. So again, he's kind of almost he's continually bad mouthing Borman to his friends. So again, now we're starting to think, okay. See, at this point, I was like, all right, so this dude is probably completely lying at this point just to get them to trust him for some reason. Because I thought Elgish was going to definitely turn on them at some point. I don't know. What were you thinking about this character at this point?
I, for some reason, trusted him more when he told us that Borman was bad. I believed him. Because then, you know, we get later on that Borman and him kind of have that back and forth, and it's like, okay, who do we believe? But I do believe him. I think he has been locked up for this long.
Well, I don't think that he's saying that Borman is bad. I think he's just saying that he's untrustworthy.
Well, Borman turned on them. Yeah, he turned on them, didn't he?
Turned on them. Yeah, okay. So I get it. Yeah. So eventually what happens is both groups end up meeting in this big open area. And again, this part was just strange to me. Like, so they see this giant head, and they're basically trying to find a secret door or something. And the giant head was Wiggleheim or something like that.
Wiggleheim. Oh, dude, this made me giggle so much. I was like, what's going on?
I know. So he gives him a riddle, and Jade like literally answers the question like this, like in a second. Boom.
Through the ages I went seeking fortune, fame, and glory, hoping those might change their story. But the greatest treasure I have ever found was the love and laughter all around.
And then
what a lovely sentiment, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. And then the answer was a name. Okay. And then you're like, okay, so now we can continue. And the guy's like, no, I got one more riddle for you. I'm like, what? Do you have the second riddle? I actually thought I had this right. I actually said two different words before we heard the answer. I mean, I ended up getting it wrong, but I thought my answers were pretty good. But do you have it up on the screen?
I didn't try to play. 1 second, it's just coming. He's just said a name, so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Congratulations. We're in. We did it. If once more you do succeed, my vault of treasures is yours indeed. Whatever be your heart's appeal awaits you beyond his seal. Come on, Team Algash, we got this. All right, Wiggleworm, give us your best shot. Beggars have what wise men crave, but both shall take it to their grave.
See, the crave part is what I got stuck on, but keep going.
I think that's it.
Well, no. What happened? Say the whole.
Seems perhaps you need more time. That was the second quiz.
Did you say the grave part? It was crave and then grave. Those were the rhyming words.
Yeah.
It was something like men crave, but they can't take it to the grave or something like that. Or they do take it to their grave.
So he says, Where whatever be your heart's appeal awaits you beyond his seal. That's the thing that he says after the first one, and then he goes, beggars have what wise men crave,
Right.
but both shall take it to their graves.
Right. So what I said right away, I thought was like wisdom or knowledge or something.
Yeah,
And
I
then
thought secret.
something like that, right? And then so they walk around for whatever they make it seem like it's forever, and they keep repeating like it was weird. Like I don't understand the whole point
Seems
of that.
perhaps you need more time, or maybe I can repeat my rhyme.
Yeah,
Seems perhaps you need more time.
I just don't understand the point of all that. Like I just thought it was weird, you know. But eventually they bicker and whatever. Borman and Allagash, we get to see them bicker a little bit back and forth about crap, and finally Allura says nothing. The answer is nothing. And I was like, okay, I don't know, whatever. So
I still don't get it. Is that true? Is that right? Is that correct?
that's what they said. The answer was nothing. That's why it didn't really make sense. It make a whole lot of sense to me.
So we crave nothing, we take nothing to the grave. Okay.
We crave nothing and take nothing.
Okay.
So people crave nothing. I don't know. Whatever. So
I'd crave Kit Harington's signature on a Jon Snow pop, and I will take that to my grave. So Disney, you're wrong.
That's right. So Allagash runs into this big opening that opens up in the guy's mouth, and the giant, and it's like a big bright light. So he runs in there, and lo and behold, he finds that that magic armor or chest piece that they've been looking for.
Dusty. So you mean Dusty?
What is it called?
Dusty, not magical. Just dusty armor. Was it magical at all?
Well, it's magical when they put the Lux in it. That was the idea.
Oh.
That was the armor. Yeah, that was the armor that they're using the Lux.
I was expecting him to turn into Iron Man or something.
That's when in that one episode they were showing that. I think it's episode 3 or something. But yeah, so they found the armor and he runs out with it, and then Borman sees what he's got, and they're fighting over it like a bunch of school children. Again, just weird. I don't know.
Completely didn't need to be.
Yeah, the better part is when Kit goes in there, she's kind of looking around, and then she sees a sword, and right away I knew what that was. Yeah,
we see the vision that we saw.
We see the vision. So she picks up the sword. It's Mad Mardigan's sword, and we then get a voice of Val Kilmer speaking to her. And I know that's one thing that there's what Umpty had said about it. The vocal part of Mad Mardigan in this episode was actually scripted by Val Kilmer, but since he had trouble and his voice was weak, his son Jack Kilmer actually read it. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then he goes on to say that Jack's mother is Joanna Whaley, who actually plays Sorsa, and she was married to Val from 88 to 96. I did not know they were married in real life. So that is pretty cool information right there. Yeah, thanks, Umpty. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. So I don't know. I have to see what Jack Kilmer looks like. I wonder if he looks like his dad at all. I mean, he could always do a little de-aging, throw him in there or something. I don't know if Val can't return.
I think one of my favorite lines in this show was the troll says to Willow, "What are you going to do about it, Peck?" And he goes, "Don't call me Peck."
Yeah, they finally used the word Peck in this. I know. I was kind of waiting for that. I figured it would happen eventually. So that was cool. So Kit is in the cave, and you hear Val's voice. Now I don't know if it was actually like him reaching out or the spirits in this cavern, because it sounded like I was a little confused. It sounded like they wanted her to like go into like this vision or not. I don't even know what she was supposed to go into.
Like a long tunnel. It looked like a really long tunnel with a tiny cell at the bottom.
Right, and yeah, and then at one point didn't Val's like voice say something like, "I just want you to like stay safe" or something, and that almost meant like leave the cave. I can't remember exactly now. It's tough when you do one watch through and you're trying to catch
Kit,
all that.
please, I need your help right now. Is what he said.
And then what? There's another line I thought he said toward the end of it.
Jade, stop crying, Dad. Kit, please, Kit. He says, Kit, please, Kit. Kit goes, let me go. And he goes, Kit. And she goes, Kit. He goes, Dad, Dad. And then it shuts.
Okay, so maybe that I wasn't. Maybe I just didn't hear it correctly. But yeah, they ended up pulling her out of there anyways, and then it kind of all crumbles, and then we kind of get back out into the bigger, larger opening of the cavern, and we see that Elgish has escaped, and not only does he have the armor, he has also taken the Lux. So now he has both pieces he needs to create that magical armor or whatever it is. So. So then the group kind of continues on, and they run into the trolls, and so we get to see our troll buddies, and they ended up they kind of start fighting them a little bit. Graydon shows up out of nowhere, literally nowhere. This dude comes from, and he goes, "Oh, here, look!"
You kind of see him scooching across the edge of the.
Yeah.
You see him scooching across the edge when you see that scene.
But where did he go? I don't know, man. Whatever. Graydon. Sometimes I think Graydon's a bad guy. I really do.
I will say though, Disney did a fantastic job with the trolls looking. They look brilliant, but they sounded wrong.
They sound like humans. They literally sounded like me and you. Me and you were dressed up as a troll. We were just talking to each other. It's really strange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I know the troll in the movie was not fantastic looking either, but they definitely did not speak. They just made a noise, I think.
Flash fry these furry frumps. What a line. Let's flash fry these furry frumps.
That's what the one troll says?
Yeah. Let's flash fry these furry frumps. What the frick?
Yeah. Weirdness. I don't know, dude. But yeah, so Graydon shows up with Willow's staff, and then all of a sudden Elgash comes back, and he's got the armor on, and I guess
Remember these?
I don't know.
Not really.
Yeah, is it not working? Didn't he say it wasn't working or something? Did he even? I don't even know if he. What'd you say?
I haven't got a clue. I thought it was a magical vest that wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was doing anything. So maybe it's not the right vest. I don't know. Or he didn't. Or maybe I don't know. It was
maybe
weird.
It needs to be connected with the sword. Maybe the sword and the vest go together.
Well, he had the Lux. The Lux are yeah, and it was supposed to work. I don't know. But it doesn't really look like it's giving him any powers or anything. So anyways, the battle of the trolls, and unfortunately our buddies all pretty much die. All the trolls. The one gets his head cut off. That's not very nice.
It wasn't very detailed either.
I know, it's just like a big
when you go what just 3 months ago we saw Damon slice off Vamon's head and it was fantastic, and then we get this and it's like a furry potato just rolled across the floor.
Yeah. And there's no blood or anything either. God forbid. Anyways. I do have a note saying Allagash did say that the Lux did not work, and he gives it back to Borman. So there's that. So I guess it didn't work in the. So I don't know if it's because somebody certain maybe has to be. I have no idea. I really have no idea. They just whatever. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure it'll work by the end of the series for some reason, but I don't know. I don't know where we
trolls thought he was Mad Mardigan and he wasn't.
Yeah, and he comes clean about that, which was completely unnecessary, honestly, because they all ended up dying anyways. So just a couple little just some cheesiness. I don't know. The trolls were really cheesy, and like I said earlier, I just don't think that they should have made them more scary, man. I don't know.
No blood. I just watched Kit stab that guy Saris, the leader, and she pulls it out, and it's a clean blade.
I know.
I just noticed that now. as I'm skipping through.
Maybe trolls don't have blood.
Okay. But they've got loads of red stuff and pus coming out of their mouth when they scream. So
I know. Oh man, I don't know.
I enjoyed the episode. It was fun.
Yeah, it's just.
But yeah,
We've
still got a couple of things to get to yet.
Lava. The lava floor. I just don't understand it, but. So what we don't want to forget what happens to Allegish. So everyone kind of jumps down this hole or something. They slide down into this lava room, and Allegish kind of like sticks around, or not? Yeah, Allegish sticks around. He's talking to Kit, and he's kind of telling her that kind of a little bit more about what happened with Borman and all that, and kind of clear some things. And he said basically that he left Man Mardigan's side because the most important thing was Allura, and so this made Allura
that one of his kids would protect what mattered most up above ground.
Right, and it kind of makes Kit not feel great about herself because he thinks to her it makes her feel like Allura was way more important than she ever was to Man Mardigan. At least that's what I got from it. So to me, it feels like she was a little hurt.
She's the chosen one, and you're just his daughter. Yeah.
Right. But I still think that's I still think that makes her feel not great, which it makes sense. I mean, boo freaking who, Kit?
Who? Get over it. You're not the chosen one. No matter how much you whinge and cry about it, you're still not going to be the chosen one, are you?
Yeah.
I know. I get where you're coming from, but I
know
Disney put this in front of us. This is what we've got to go with, and we didn't get any character development for her as a character whatsoever. We were just told she's the princess, and you've got to like her. Okay.
Yeah. So do you think? So to close this little scene out, Kid ends up leaving because Allegish locks himself in the room or that part of the cave, and then he kind of fights off some of the trolls. And then at the end of that, you kind of see all the trolls kind of jump on him. So do you think he's dead? Do you think he's just recaptured? Do you think we'll see him again?
I don't believe he's dead.
You do or don't?
I don't think he's dead.
So you think they just recaptured him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if this was more of a cameo for Christian Slater or if he will be back or not. I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Maybe season two. Maybe save the day at the end of the episode, at the end of the season. All blood is clear. Okay.
There you go. I think they may be slow playing the season so that Val can come back to play Man Mardigan next season. I mean, I would love it. I just don't know if you can.
I think the headline Val Kilmer season 2 is the only thing that might actually get me to watching it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think out of all the series we broke down since we started, this is the bottom of the pile for me.
Yeah, well, no, I agree. Yeah. I don't think Kit will care as long as her and Jay live happily ever after, and perhaps for brother's sake.
Oh, yeah, they've got to move into the Disney magical castle at the end, haven't they? Because everything has to end with a Disney rainbow.
Yeah. I just hope people. I just don't want to make people think that we're reviewing this and we absolutely hate it. I don't think we hate it.
No, you just got to listen to what we're saying. I did enjoy the episode and I did enjoy the series, but it's comically not Willow.
It just doesn't feel like Willow. I don't know. In Willow, honestly, like in this episode, he was barely even in the episode. Like, what did he do? Willow didn't do anything. He might have had he
failed to crack the ice at the end. He didn't do anything. He was captured, didn't do anything, failed to crack the ice at the end.
So hey, what's head to the end here? So they give into this like fiery. I don't even know what we're looking at. Honestly, they were walking on like, I guess like frozen molten or something. I don't know. Like it's a fiery floor, but they're walking on it. But you can tell that like underneath there's like water or something. There's some type of liquid underneath it. So like the top of it's frozen, but it's all like.
So just imagine Mustafar Just imagine Mustafar, but you can walk on it.
Right. And it's like the top layer was frozen. That's what it looked like. And like no rhyme or reason. It just, that was where they were. So Kit tells Allura to make it stop. And I guess what she's just talking about is like there's some rocks and stuff that are rumbling and falling, and there's like stalagmites and stalactites and I don't know, whatever else they got. And things are just falling. And so I think here is Kit is just reaching out to Allura saying, because now at this point she knows that, listen, you are this important person. And to me, this might be the best conversation of the episode, because she's like, listen, you just like, you got to realize who you are. Because I don't think Allura truly realizes who she is at this point. I think she's just kind of like, oh, here's this curvy wand. I'm supposed to do magic tricks with it. And I think Kit now fully realizes who Allura is supposed to be and who she's supposed to become. And Allura is playing just like a depressed little girl who just is unwilling to grow up. That's kind of like, that's the way I look at her. I'm like, she's kind of
a Allura is Peter Pan.
Lesser than Peter Pan. Yeah, I mean, she kind of is. Yeah, kind of like a female Peter Pan. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm going back and flicking through the episode now, and I kind of take back a bit what I said about Kit at the beginning. Like, now I realize that when she did this scene on the lava, she just had the conversation with Ghoulish about what her dad had thought.
Right.
So makes more sense, but just I was taken away from it because they're having this conversation, all this destruction supposedly going on. You've got the group behind them consistently throughout this dialogue going, come on, guys, come on, it's dangerous. But nothing was happening.
Yeah, well, and then it does happen.
And then it falls. But yeah.
Yeah, so like one of the, I don't know,
it was weird.
The stalactite on top? I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I used to know. I think stalagmites go from the bottom, stalactites are from the top or something. So the stalactite falls and kind of it makes a hole in this lava water, and of course Kit goes right down underneath, and then all of a sudden the top layer gets frozen right up again. And Willow. So here's the thing with this part. So I feel like Willow was about to do it, like get her back, and then he almost passes it on to Allura because Allura should be able to do this. It needs to do this. But then we kind of like, then that scene is over, and we jump to the very end. I mean, did you get that too, or I mean, what did you think there?
I got the impression that Willow wasn't strong enough.
So you think
what I got from this? Yeah, what I got from this is that we've now seen the power dynamic change with Allura Dannon and Willow. Now Allura Dannon is more powerful than Willow and can do more than him. That's what I took from this.
Okay, I'm actually gonna rewatch that because I want to see, because again, you know, when I'm only able to watch it like one time quickly through it, and I wasn't able to deep dive like I normally would. But I was kind of confused. I'm like, was he trying to pass that on to her, or like you said, it was because he wasn't strong enough to do it? But again, we don't even have the wand at this point either, right? The wand is gone. That was never found.
No, she picked it up.
She did pick up the wand?
She was stepping back when Willow was doing what he was doing, and she was scared, and she stood on it. And I thought, oh my god, imagine she snaps it. Imagine she snaps it right now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she picks it up and then she starts doing the thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, because they that's the last time we see them there. So we kind of ended with Elegish just being kind of like tackled almost by all the trolls. So we're not sure what happened to him. We find Kit falling in the water, and Allura and Willow trying to get her out as it froze back over. So that ends. And then the very last part,
she fades down.
She goes down. And then finally we go back to Eric, and I wrote down,
it looks like he's walked through the city, gone over the mountains, and come back to the city again, like it's looping
or something. And I wrote down that he found a pond of tomato soup. So that's what it looked like. It looked like a giant pond of tomato soup. He started drinking some of them. What'd you say?
But then he hears a voice.
Yes, he does. He hears a voice asking for help, and so he drinks a little of that tomato juice, or whatever, and and he walks around the corner. It almost looks like the exact same. It looked like the exact same cell he was in.
He came out of. Yeah.
So I'm sure they only built one of those. So literally the exact same.
That's foreshadowing. Please, I need you to tell me who this person is, because who is the woman?
So he sees this girl locked up in a cell, and she asks him if he was going to let her out, and that he's the reason why she's there, and he just is almost silent through the whole thing. And then he got some love music playing, and end credits, and that was it. And I have absolutely no idea who the female is. No idea. So they leave us with basically three. They leave us with three different little cliffhangers on this. So there she is. So I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Is it Kit?
Why would it be Kit? You think so? You think that's?
Dude, I don't know.
Pull up a picture of Kit. So her hair, though. See, now I like to have it. Now, man, I might make a video.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is it somebody? Is it
here? Pull.
Future?
Can you
She
pull
was
up,
in the same cell.
Can you pull that back up? That picture. I can pull up a. I can pull up a picture we've seen. So I'm gonna show this picture first, and then we'll pull yours up, and then we'll see if we can put them back side by side here. Might have to do a little video on this. Because that's interesting that you said that. All right, so here's what she looks like. Okay. All right. So let's see. So she has some wavy hair. She has wavy hair, and okay. And this is your picture. I don't know. I don't think they look the same.
I'm telling you, it's Kit. I'm telling you, it's older Kit. Eyes look the same. Nose is the same. The little dimple thing between the nose and the lip is the same. Yeah, this is Kit.
You think so, huh?
Go back to your photo.
Yeah. Chat, what do you guys think?
Same nose.
Umpty saying
Lily
that
in the credits is her name.
Lily in the credits. I feel like in this picture, her eyes look more of a blue or a green, where in this picture,
keep that there. Don't change anything. Keep that there. Don't change anything.
Okay. I feel like in this picture, her eyes are more. I know it's darker, but.
There you go.
You put them next to each other. Nice. Okay. All right. So. I don't think so, dude. The only reason why I don't think so is you look. Her eyes are much rounder. So I mean, it could be in a. I don't.
That's just the light. That's what happens to your pupils in the dark.
I'm just saying. I think her eyes look rounder.
Yeah.
And then in the kit, in the one left, I don't know. It's hard because she has the hood on and the bangs. I don't know. Okay, so
I think
let's
it's the
say
same person.
okay. So if you think it's the same person, what do you think you're trying to say?
That they're connected, obviously. That this is his sister. She's in the same cell he was in. Yeah.
So, but why? Like, why would she be there all of a sudden? Like, are you saying this is like the far future, or like? I mean, there's got to be a reason why you like. Why would she be there, and why would she not even know?
We find this woman. We get introduced to this woman as Kit disappears from the storyline. Maybe for it, but I don't know.
There's Umpty saying that.
She's saying the clone in disguise. See, this makes me think of Sauron. This makes me think of Sauron from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Umpty, do you think that's the same? You think that's the same actress?
Yeah, I would literally say it's literally the same actress.
I don't even. Wow. Okay. It's interesting that the name comes up to be Lily. I'm gonna have to deep dive into this one a little bit. At least we finally got something to kind of talk about because I didn't even think about this. I'm just trying to figure out if that is. But even if it is the crone, why would he not even say like, brother, let me out of here? I mean, maybe we get that at the beginning of episode 7. I don't know. Umpty said he does not think it's Kit. I'm gonna have to pull up the episode and really break it down.
It's a complete and utter guess.
It says Lily is a supporting actor in the 2022 Disney Plus. She is portrayed by okay, so there you go. Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything though. I'm just saying that could just be an actress that looks like her, and then when we get to season 2, we find out that it actually is Kit.
Yeah, in like an older version.
I think they
or
look
something.
like Kit. I think they look alike.
Yeah,
I think they look alike.
I mean, we'll definitely, hopefully, find out.
I guess we'll find out what episodes left.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe this is something they would drag on to season 2. So, I mean, we'll find this out. If not next week, probably in the finale. But it definitely makes you think a little bit about it. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm still excited to watch the series. I'm still excited for next week.
Yeah, it definitely makes me more intrigued for next week now, trying to figure out who that is. I mean, if it is just a crone, I mean, that's not the most exciting thing in the world. But I understand they're trying to corrupt him because he has to have some type of magical powers. Because why? What reason is he in the show except for just being captured? And he's just basically free at this point, just walking around. So yeah, I don't know. What's up, Charles? I don't know, man. For me, like after you get past all the goofiness with the trolls, I did like the episode more than last week. As much as we were both a little negative on episode 4, I still think that's my favorite episode, just because of the nostalgia parts. And but I think in this episode, I do like they are starting to not make Kit as I don't want to say goofy because she's not goofy. It's just that they're starting to make her more of a real character instead of someone just throwing out goofy 2022 funny lines. I like the two things I really liked about the episode is I love the exchange between Allura and Kit toward the end. We'll see what happens. And I really liked that now Boorman has more. He's just more of a character now than just a funny dude. He honestly reminded me of like a stripped down Thor from Marvel. Like that's what Boorman reminded me of is Thor in the later movies where he's basically just there to be funny. That's exactly what Boorman sounded like to me, and at least they're making his character more interesting. I still am not really a big fan of Graydon. I hope Graydon ends up becoming. I hope he's a bad guy. like at least that'll be a good twist. That's really what I'm hoping for that character. I wish Willow would do something, but at least, and even Jade, she didn't have too much to do in this episode either. But those are the two things I did like. Again, it still feels to me like a video game where they're going from one quest to another quest, and now we'll keep going. And at least there's a couple different cliffhangers here. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I think overall it was. Let's just put it this way, Ryan. I've enjoyed episodes 4, 5, and 6 together as a group much more than I enjoyed episodes 1, 2, and 3.
I agree. Yeah, if you watch it, the 12-minute sequence that was 55 minutes long in the castle, and then connect that to the next two that we've seen, it's good. You just gave your two favorite things from this episode, so I'll give you my two favorite things from this episode. So, my first favorite thing from this episode was the talking door. I love the riddle thing. It was funny. It made me laugh. It genuinely was funny, and I enjoyed it. We forgot to mention, I think there was a callback in there to Labyrinth with the mystery door where he said you have to look at it a certain way. I think that was a callback to Labyrinth.
Yeah, and even the riddles, even the riddles with the dual root riddle, that was kind of, I think that was kind of like a little shout out to Labyrinth. I agree with you.
Yeah, I got the Labyrinth shout out this week, so I like that because I'm a massive Labyrinth fan, massive. And then my second favorite thing would be the whole thing with Eric. I love this story with Eric. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah. What's up, Anthony? Even though he doesn't watch it, he enjoys our recaps. We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, and at the beginning of this episode, the beginning of this live stream, I was a bit hesitant. I was like, didn't really like the episode. But because we do these breakdowns, my score has got better throughout the night.
Yeah,
I've become I've enjoyed the episode more because we broke it down and talked about it. So,
whoever Lily is going to bring Eric more into the ending. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, now I'm really curious to see who that character is because I'm intrigued. I can definitely see how you think she looks like Kit, but again, it doesn't mean. I wonder why they call her Lily. It's interesting that they never said her name, but they still started.
Yeah, just to throw the tease, just to throw us off the scent.
Yeah,
I pray that we get next week. We've got 2 episodes left, and I need to see Devil Dogs.
I know you said it last week.
I have to see a devil dog.
We saw him very quickly. We saw that like in episode 2 or something, but.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've seen the brownies. I don't know if we're going to get any more brownies. That's something to me.
Yeah, I don't think we are. I think that was just more of a cameo. I don't know. Okay. So what we have? So I'm not sure if Headless will even be in it anymore. I think that character's probably just, we probably will never find out what actually happens.
And you say you don't watch the show and you enjoy the recaps. We really appreciate it, but remember to stay tuned because there is a show that you will watch. Just saying.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you don't think he's going to come back? You don't think Agulish is going to come back? You don't think?
No.
What's going on with going on with this Scorpio girl? She didn't do anything this week.
Yeah, what happened to her? Like she literally had 2 lines. Mm-hmm. That was weird. I don't understand. Like, why is she even with them if she's not going to do anything? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, we still have 2 episodes left. This episode was very, very focused on Kid and Alora, though. Those are your and also Borman, learning a little bit more about Borman. Although Eric wasn't in it more than a total of 2 or 3 minutes total, maybe. And he doesn't barely even says anything. But he probably had the most interesting storyline of any of the characters in this episode. Yeah. I'm really curious about this ending now. I'm starting now. I'm gonna do a little research and see if I can't try to figure something out.
Oh yeah. So what's your score? What's your score for this week?
I think probably a 7, 7.5, somewhere in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 6.5, 7.
Yeah, on par with the last couple episodes, I think. But again, I mean, there's enough here to make me want to continue it. You know, I mean,
you need to forgive me as well because I assumed that this was the finale. When I came into this tonight thinking that was terrible, it was because I thought it was a finale episode. Like, were you gonna leave me like that?
Oh, okay.
And then I found out I was wrong. So, yeah.
Poppin is only giving
it. Always says 4, and I don't even think he's watched it. I might be wrong, but he might have watched it.
The interwebs is pretty silent about Lily. Nothing on there beyond him finding her in the Forbidden City. Is that what they're calling it, a Forbidden City?
That's what I'm telling you. There's nothing.
Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a little theory video on this before next week. Poppin is not watching.
I have not watched it.
He gives our breakdown a 4.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, dude, I don't know. All right, well,
are we done with Willow talk? I have a question. Are we done with Willow talk?
What'd you say?
Do you think Disney in the same day?
Say it one more time. You broke up a little bit.
Do you think Disney are going to drop 1 and 2 of Mando on the same day?
I don't think so. I don't think they have to.
Okay.
I really don't think they have to.
He said 4 out of 4 for the breakdown. Charles said 4 out of 4 for the breakdown, so that's top marks.
Oh, okay. That's 100%. That's good. Yeah, I don't think Disney has to drop.
I had a thought we'd get 1 and 2.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they did that with Andor because they knew that people are going to be bored if you only watch 1.
They did that with Willow.
They did it with Willow, but again, you had to do that because you didn't get to see Willow. And I'm trying to think.
So maybe we don't get to see Grogu till episode 2, and they give us 1 and 2.
But Grogu's already with Mando.
I know, yeah, but maybe we don't see that until episode 2. I don't know. I'm just asking, speculating.
I just don't think they have to do that. I think they can stretch Mando out for 8 full weeks. There's only 8 episodes. I just don't think they have to. I think they don't need to. Like Bad Batch, they're doing 2 on January 4th because that's the start of that new season. But I know you didn't watch season 1, but they're also doing another one, and like somewhere in the middle, they're doing 2. It is really weird though that they're doing Bad Batch, and then halfway through Bad Batch is when Mando was dropping. That's really strange to me. I don't know why they're doing
probably some story arc. There's probably some story arc or character introduction that goes along with it. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, but it's 2 totally
even in the same time zone.
No, it's not even close.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they're doing that. Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. That's what we were talking about earlier. We're going to be doing Willow. After Willow, we're going to be doing Mandalorian. So stay tuned, and I hope and pray that so many more people are in the chat with us on those episodes talking about what they thought about the episode and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to give you guys plenty of time to be able to watch it and have thoughts. We're not going to be instant, I don't think, are we? Are we going to be as soon as it's finished?
Well, we're going to do it on Wednesday nights, so you have all day Wednesday. We'll probably keep it at 9 p.m. When does Bearded Pop usually go on? When does BOP usually go on Wednesdays? What times do you start?
9, 8 or 9.
He starts at 8 or 9.
I think.
I mean, we can go at 7. That way we're on. That way we're not overlapping with what he does.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll do 7. So that still gives you all day long, though. I mean, it gets dropped at 3 a.m. So
exactly.
Because honestly, dude, if you wait much longer, you're gonna hear spoilers. You just will.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
So 7 o'clock might be a good time to do it. Reports also state that Christian Slater was signed for only 1 episode. Since the news has not been yet confirmed, the possibility of his return has not been ruled out. Yeah. I mean, I figured it was more of a cameo for him because as soon as he locked that door, I kind of figured that we weren't going to see him anymore. But it was a fun way though to bring in Low Man Merrigan and stuff. I thought it was cool.
Definitely. Jonathan C. Senior 008, welcome in, my friend. Are you the upgraded version of 007, James Bond?
That's right, upgraded version 008.
008, nice.
Yeah, you know,
Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
it's it hasn't been the best show, but it's been a show where at least it's something to talk about and watch until we get to Mando. Because really, when
I
Mando
wouldn't know
hits,
what I would do right now if we were doing Willow.
I mean, Wednesday I heard was pretty cool. I mean, we're probably gonna start Wednesday. We're probably gonna start it this Sunday, maybe on New Year's Day. We'll start
I've
it.
watched it all.
You watched it. I mean, I heard it's so good. So the problem with
Yeah, I
Netflix
binged
shows,
it in 2 nights.
yeah, the problem with Netflix with doing reviews on that kind of stuff, like live reviews, is that it's hard to do something that you can literally watch in one day. That's why these are good episodes. These are good shows to do because they drop them weekly, so you have plenty of time to to wait for the next episode and just think. And I'm sure I'll be having I'll have more than just live videos on Mando. I'm sure I'll be breaking those down too on just regular videos. But yeah, man. So what is today? Thursday, right? So Saturday you are live on BOP, right, at 10:30.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to hop on there for a couple minutes, and then
you're more than welcome.
And then I think I'm gonna do a New Year's Day jet box. I think we're gonna do that probably like around 8:00 or something like that Eastern. So I'll be putting that up on my channel. So if you guys want to join in, the chat is able to play, so you can come do that.
I know Pop in Missouri is excited to Jetbox. I mentioned it earlier, and he was excited. He's like, "When's Jetbox? When?"
Yeah.
So yeah, he wants to play.
Star Wars. Yes, Anthony Blaze. We will have
plenty. Jetbox.
Do you want to play some Jetbox? All right. So we got that. That's 4 right there. So I always like to try to say. Yep. Yeah, just I'll throw out the link and first 4 people that get in, because I like to try to let the chat play too. But yeah, that'll be on that'll be on Sunday, and then so that'll be my live on Sunday, and then we'll be back on Monday, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. If we probably won't do Willow because we just did it.
Yeah.
So we'll figure something out.
Well, I know we had talked about too. I think we're gonna start after Willow. We're gonna break down. We're gonna do reviews of all the movies of Star Wars, right? Every single movie.
1 through 6. Yeah, 1 through 6. Then Mando season 3, and then 4, 5, and then 7.
Well, no, no, we might do every movie because we're gonna bounce back between Sunday and Mondays. So we'll start. We'll have to map it out. We'll have to talk.
Yes.
We'll map it out.
Saturday. Wrestling Saturday. When?
Oh yeah, wrestling on Saturday too. You guys just did wrestling yesterday, right?
Yeah, we did it yesterday. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna do it Saturday, aren't they? Maybe. See what time. We'll see what time.
Yeah. But yeah, so make sure you subscribe to both of our channels. You can check me out on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. I do have a Patreon. You can check that out at patreon.com/headless.stark.
One of these cool pens. Sign up to the Patreon.
Pen, and you get a pin, and you get a cool other stuff. I'm still kind of building that Patreon a little bit. I'll have more of it. I'll be announcing more of this at probably beginning this year because I want to tweak a little bit of it. But yeah, and I do want to give
500 subscribers.
500, yeah, and I know that's when I really want to kick mine up to. But right now it's up because I just hit 400, which I do appreciate.
Well done.
And yeah, so yeah, the hope is I can get to 500 here in the first half of hopefully the first third of the year. That's what my goal is to hit 500 if I can by May. So I'm gonna give myself 4 months to get 100. So we'll see if I can do that. But yeah. So I think a lot of Star Wars content is what we're gonna have at the beginning of next year, until we get more news on this Jon Snow show and House of Dragon.
2025, I told you.
2025 for Jon Snow, you think?
I know.
Yeah. 2024 will probably be House of Dragon 2. It sounds like the Rings of Power will be 2024. So I think this might be a big year for Star Wars because we have Mando, we have Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew. I mean, there's 3 live action right there. So, and then we can even break down Visions if you want to watch. You never watched Star Wars Visions, right?
I don't think so.
Kind of like,
but I'll watch anything.
It's kind of like the anime show. There are different animators through different countries that kind of none of it's what canon, but it's like their vision of what different little mini stories would be. And there's a couple of really good ones. Just some ones I didn't care about at all. I just don't like some of the animation styles I didn't care for. But there's a couple good ones. So
yeah, we'll check all sorts out. Just we'll stay tuned to both of us. Stay tuned to the Headless, Horde, and Milky Maids. Oh, that's what I call you guys now, Milky Maids. Yep.
And
stay tuned to that. Stay tuned to all our channels, and we'll see what's coming next.
And then Tuesday is Horseman, right? You guys doing that? Is that the one that you're bringing people on?
That's the one. Yeah,
so
I need to
coming on.
Yeah, you'll have a time slot. I'll give you a time slot within the 2 hours, and you can come up and talk 10, 15 minutes and let people know your plans for the new year and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So that is on Tuesday at 9 p.m. On Stable Clips on YouTube. Yep. All right. Anything else, my friend?
Thanks a lot, dude. I appreciate it. I did forget about that. No, just like I say, stay tuned to my channel. I filmed loads of videos this week. I think it was 21 videos reacting to Mojo clips, but it's like American stuff. So the one that's coming, I think it's tomorrow, the first on Sunday, is me reacting to the top 20 Walmart bus stops. So it's like Walmart. I mean, I watched react to it.
That's funny.
So that's that. Yeah, so that's the first one, and then we've got loads of stuff coming. I just bought myself a gimbal, so stay tuned for some really cool, awesome cinematic shots with me outside in the countryside. And yeah, 2023 is the year of Milky. Gonna be in America, going to be in Canada.
Are you posting this? Are you posting this as like YouTube Shorts? Is that how we can find this?
What? Or me reacting to?
Yeah.
That'll be a full video, full 8 minute video.
Okay, so on your right. So they're just on your regular video channel. Okay, so not shorts. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not yet. I don't do shorts. I don't gain subscribers from them for some reason. So if I do shorts, it's just playing around on my phone and having fun.
Just play around, yeah. But all right, cool. All right, well, Jonathan, I'm glad you. Nice to meet you, man. Appreciate it, Anthony and Charles and Umpty and
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else. I don't want to miss anybody. I know Christina was in here briefly. Nadia was in here briefly. Randy. All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. Guys, I can't believe it's an hour and 20 minutes. I never would have thought that. But, yeah, we'll see you then, Saturday night.
See you on Saturday.
Yep. All right. Thanks again, Ryan. Appreciate it, man.
Anytime, buddy.
Everybody else, don't forget, stay milky, and don't forget to keep those heads on. And we will see you guys later.